What's up, everybody? How is it going? Welcome again to Que Padre, fatherhood podcast about Latino fatherhood, fatherhood in general, relationships, mental health, and everything in between. I am one of your hosts, Froilan. We got your boy Chris up in here too.
What's up?
Uh,
What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing?
Hopefully, everybody's alive and well, doing things good out there. A little quick disclaimer: if we had some technical difficulties on my end here, so I'm improvising with the technology that I have at home. So if I sound a little muffled, I apologize, and thank you in advance for those that'll deal with it. Um, but with that, let's jump right in. Chris, what just
Yes,
happened this
sir.
last 2 weeks? What just happened these last 2 weeks?
What hasn't happened is the correct question. What's still
Well,
going
yeah,
on
what's
and
going
how
on?
can
What's going on? What started happening? What is
uh
still happening?
well, first of all, what I wanted to do before we get started on our topic, which is a pretty good topic because it's your technically your first time dealing with this, right?
Okay.
In a technical term. And it's my shit. Uh, it's my 10th year doing this. So, but before all that, I wanted to ask you, how are you doing? How's El Señor Morales doing?
I'm exhausted, bro. You probably can't tell because I'm
You don't look tired. You look good.
a, I'm a ray of sunshine.
You look like you got a little bit of color in you. So
um,
that's
um,
always good.
I am physically and mentally drained. It's been just nuts trying to manage a lot of shit the last 2 weeks to be specific, and I'm very close to crashing. I was almost gonna cancel today because I wasn't feeling up to par, but uh, we still got to get this done. It's a commitment that I made to you and to myself and to everybody else that still tunes in. So yeah, so I'm glad I was able to make it, but I'm here. Um, and I'm glad I'm able to be here and talk.
That's probably what you need. It's a little time for yourself. Chat a little bit about what's going on. Obviously not what is bothering us, but just basically what's going on. And
Yeah,
maybe other people can shine in and see how they're doing it or how they did it.
yeah,
So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're well. Obviously, if you're well, the family's doing good. Um, so that's always good. Um, and I guess the topic of what we were going to is back to school catch up. I guess back to school basically, and the experiences of obviously of a dad uh, in a married situation like yourself, and the experience of a single dad like myself, right? What's the pros and
yes.
cons? What are the differences? How are you dealing with it versus how I have to deal with it? Obviously,
And I think we can take it a step further, deeper, and talk about the experiences that we had when we were kids. Maybe the experience that we would have wanted. Uh, but yeah, that's obviously a great spot. Side
well,
note:
we
this
can
mic.
start with that.
Yeah. So side note:
Or,
this mic is here, but it's not connected. Just makes it look like I'm talking into a mic. So. Uh,
that's the part of the technical difficulties that you definitely
uh,
can.
this is movie magic right here. This is a camera magic. Some Hollywood magic tricks here I learned in school. Believe it or not, to do things like this. So anyway, uh, to talk about it, yes, back to school. The kids are going to school. They've started going back to school. I think since the beginning of the month almost. And different levels: kindergarten, middle school, high school. We have new high schoolers, new middle schoolers, whatever it might be. Schedules are going to get changed again. You're going to have to adapt and just change, right? Deal with new things and deal with the stresses of that. For me, and I'll just jump into kind of what I've been dealing with, and then we'll go from
Well,
there.
do you want to talk? Let's start first about how it used to be, or do you want to compare and contrast, go back and forth?
No, we'll just kind of wing it. So I mean, I just kind of want to talk about the way the because I'm stressed, bro. I'm stressed, and I say that lightly,
And you
but
only and you only
bro,
have one and a kindergartner, bro.
it's not
And
it's
that's the
not it's
easiest
not that
one.
it's not that it's the kindergarten part. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed because of that. It's actually not even necessarily the school only. It's just I have 20 things on my plate that I have to take on,
Well,
and
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
and
saying. And I'm not making fun of you. I'm not laughing at you. It's just that and again, I think more than anything is because it's new to you, and it feels like you're bombarded left and
no,
right
no,
from
no,
work,
no, 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 no.
school, personal stuff,
But
all that
no, no,
stuff.
no, no. It's not like the preschool was just on top of it. It was that was sort of just the cherry on top. Because I'm not stressed out about the whole school thing is fine. I handled everything we need to handle, and I'm navigating my waters through that. It's just the it it's a combination of just all the life things just happen to happen
All at
this
once.
last 2 weeks all at once,
Hmm.
and her going to school, my Emilia going to school was just the cherry on
Did it?
top of all the crap
Did
that I'm
it?
dealing
Didn't
with.
help it, right? Yeah.
It didn't help it. So like shitstorm at work. It's right now. It's crazy. Making me want to question if I want to do this anymore. Having to deal with the property that I have and the tenants and things that I'm dealing with over there. And then scheduling, having to fulfill my work duties, but at the same time making sure that I'm here and trying to be present to help with the kids, right? And so it's a lot. It's just a lot, and I'm just
And you
tired.
know
I'm just
what,
tired.
bro? And that's the problem. That sometimes and I'm not gonna say I probably have the same issues that you have because I don't. But that's the problem when sometimes having an open schedule where we wanna fulfill everything that comes into our plate, or we try to fulfill everything that comes into our plate, and sometimes it doesn't work out because other BS pops up. Other BS pops up. Whether it's you're on your way to do something because you already planned out time for it, and like, all right, cool, I have an hour to do this, and then I have to go pick up my daughter from school, right? And so that hour comes and goes, and you literally have 5-10 minutes to go pick up your daughter, and you know you're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
So you still try to make it, and then that becomes an issue, right? And you're late 5 minutes, and the school's calling you. Hey, oh, are you this? Are you that? And blah blah blah. You're gonna pick up, or for example, one issue that I had used to have before. My daughter was very picky about me picking her up on time. Like I had to be there before. It's not when the bell rings, it's not when she comes out. I had to be there before. Si no, luego le iban y le decían a su mamá. Oh, daddy was late picking me up today. Oh, mija, I'm coming from an hour and a half away. Sometimes I give myself time, but sometimes
but
life
damn.
comes at you. There's traffic. There's lights. I'm not the only one on the street, driving on the
Yeah,
freeway, and stuff happen. Or you might get a flat tire, or you might get a ticket, or you might whatever it is, right? So I get it. I understand. It's a lot of things at once. and we just gotta go through the motions. We gotta do
Yeah.
the motions. It's thankfully it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So after Friday, there's no more work for you, at least uh, AT&T
Until
wise, right?
Tuesday. Yeah, till Tuesday.
Until
No, but
Tuesday for
dude,
you, right?
I'm looking forward
So
to it already.
so that's
Just
great. But obviously, there's other work. There's housework. There's family work. There's
no, not this weekend.
personal
Fuck that. We ain't
stuff.
doing all that shit.
You know, no, 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 no. But like you still have to. It's not like your work ends at home. It
Yeah,
doesn't because it doesn't. Obviously, you still gotta. We all gotta eat. We all gotta clean. We all
yeah,
gotta do the stuff that we gotta do at home, right? And okay, fucking, we have to go grocery shopping. Okay, you know what, babe? I need to go get tires for the car. Or I need to go get brakes for the car, or whatever it is. So it never stops. It never stops. Is what I'm trying to tell you. And I
yeah,
guess it's just a matter of I won't even say plan it out because sometimes plan it out doesn't even work.
yeah,
It's taking one thing at a time and then just dealing with it.
yeah. And I think it's
Hey,
like
sorry to
it's like a
cut you
lot of
off.
things.
Anthony's asking if you're going to Tony's house on Saturday.
To whose?
So Robert Anthony is asking if you're going to Tony's house on Saturday.
It's going to no. No, I probably will not make it. um, uh, Fucking
Well,
make
there
me
you
lose
go.
my train of
If
thought.
you're
But
watching,
anyway,
you
yeah, they're
you just got
watching.
your answer
I
right there,
appreciate
Robert
I
Anthony.
appreciate them. I appreciate them
I'm assuming that's for
jumping in.
fantasy.
Yeah, yeah, I have fucking fantasy draft. I haven't even prepared for
Ain't
that.
no time for fantasy, bro. I was called all last week, and I denied all of them because I don't have time. I'm not even following right now. Put it that way. I just have the hat on for a front, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you ask me how the team is doing and all that stuff,
Quién sabe.
no sé, güey. La verdad, no sé. Ahorita no. I'm concentrated just like you on work. I'm concentrated on my kids. Obviously, my daughter's a fifth grader now. My son's a freshman, so uh, it's been a little bit of a not a ride, but it's been a little different. It's been a little different.
Yeah. And
Patience.
I was about to ask, like, for me, I'm just stressed out like crazy with a lot of things, and the whole fact that school kind of just started. I'm the only one that can pick them up at 1 o'clock, and then it's like I drop off my son, I drop my daughter. Fuck, es un chingo right now, but it's gonna settle down.
Por
It'll
eso
be
te
good.
digo, that's what I mean by the schedule part. That remember we were talking earlier about, hey Freud, what if you didn't have this type of job
Yeah,
where you could get out, right? You could do
yeah,
whatever it is you need in between. Like, how would you do it?
está cabrón.
You know, how would you
Yeah,
do it? And it's one of those things where obviously Vero can get out of work, and two, she's not even close enough,
yeah,
right?
she can, but
To
it would kill her schedule. Way to leave
Por
from
eso te
freaking where
digo,
she's
it's
at.
like say she has, but that's what I'm saying. The distance would kill it because it would literally be rushing to go pick her up, rushing to go take her somewhere to take care of her. Meanwhile, either you got home or she got home, and then her rushing back to work to make it on time. Está cabrón, güey. And this is one of those things that when and you gotta remember when I was no, I didn't have my kid when I was with you guys, but after that, some of my other coworkers today, I would have to do that. I would have to literally one day, I would have to ask my manager, hey, can Friday be a minimum day for me, and I'll make it up throughout the other days. Okay, that's fine, But it's one of those things that we're in our industry, if you want to put it that way, we have that leeway where if it's approved, then obviously we can get out early and do the things that we have to do. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for that lenience that you have or that I have, shit, I don't know.
Yeah,
Asking favors, and
and
see how that goes.
and I think the biggest thing is I take it on because I'm able to, right? I'm able
Por
to.
eso. Huh?
and I was like, like I just gotta, como se, pull your pants up and let's just make sure that we get things done, right? I'm
Yeah.
tired. I'm like my body hurts. I've been forcing myself to work out because I need to move, or else I'm gonna feel just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I've been doing that, and so the school part is fine. I have no problem with it. It's just it kind of kills my work day. So now I have to like work faster the next day, and then the afternoon I can't really do a lot. So it's been rough. It's been rough in that aspect. But
Schedule wise, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as we're on the wait list for that after school program. Once that settles, yeah, it'll be smooth sailing, back to normal. Back to normal in the sense that I don't have to stop midday to go pick up my daughter, and then like it's madre way
Rush
that
back.
kills it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and then I think it's gonna fall in place where everything kind of just start. All right, we're back to normal. Things are settling down. But for me, the biggest adjustment was not getting any information till the day before, which was fucking like what they do everything online now, which is different. The
And get
flyers,
used
the
to that, bro.
announcements.
Get used to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I remember we used to do that in college, a little bit, but now it's all digital, which is good. But I'm just like, damn. And so, kind of adjusting to that, and yeah, like it's a trip. It's a trip to see your kids now going into kindergarten. And and she didn't cry because we did. I think we did that whole like first going up to school studying when she was in daycare, and they did TK. Like she started doing homework, and so we were already prepped for it. But it's still like,
Well,
damn,
that helps out a lot. That
cagándote, güey.
helps out a lot when they have the daycare, where they get used to obviously another adult or a couple adults, and then they get used to other kids. So they just think it's basically just another school, right? Um, uh, the hard part more than anything is for us, bro.
Yeah,
For us, once they start getting a little older, how old is Emmy? 5, 6, 5, 6,
she is 5.
5. So once she starts going to first, second grade, it's like, okay, mom, you can go. Dad, you can go. You're left like, what? Like, can I get a hug? Oh, okay, quick. Quick. I can walk from here. I know where it's at. Type of thing. It's just like,
That's how you're dealing with it right now.
oh no, no, that's what you're gonna be dealing in about a year or two. I
Oh,
already dealt with that. I already dealt with that. Right, for me, right now is I don't even get a hug or a kiss goodbye anymore.
later, Dad.
All right, pops. No, I don't even get called dad. I get called pops now. All right, pops. Or either I'm pops or I'm bruh.
Bro.
Hey, bro, what did I tell you? Sorry, dad. Sorry, pops. And the handshake that we have, and I'm like, can I get my kiss? Dad, stop being weird. Stop being
Oh,
weird.
just let me go out of the
I still
car.
do it. I still do it. I still do it. Even my daughter. All right, mommy, give me a hug and a kiss. She'll give me a hug. But a kiss is like, no, dad, it's embarrassing. Embarrassing for who? It should be embarrassing for me. That my daughter don't want to give me a kiss. But
No,
no,
Dad.
it's because your cheek it's prickly.
Yeah,
Alexis. But we all went through it, right?
yeah. So that's the flip side now.
It's hard to get used to it, bro. I'll tell you that. I tell you that. It's hard to get used to it. It's hard to get used to it because now my daughter I can still I won't say force her to do stuff, but I still have some sort of manipulation power. But with my son, yeah, no way. Yeah, no. I can't even if I pay him, I can't even have him answering the phone no more.
No, pues sí, güey.
Ya ni quiere contestar el teléfono ni nada, cabrón. But
Well,
it's one of those things that I gotta get used to it, bro. You know, my sister keeps on telling me, it's gonna get worse, but hey,
yeah. And it
I
will
gotta
because
do
they're
what I
going to be
gotta
more
do. I gotta
independent.
deal with it how I have to deal with it. You know.
Yeah, they're going to be more independent. So, yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be something else. So, I wanted to talk about the flip side to that. So, we're over here talking about how we're over here on this side. But remember when we were on the other side and we were the ones getting dropped off? I still remember one of the times that I told my mom, because she's the one that used to take us, not my dad, and we'll get into that. Uh, I said, no, mom, I don't want to give you a kiss because no, it's embarrassing. Así como dijo tu hija. And I guess, yo sin saber, right? Later on, she told me that really hurt her. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't mean it. It's just, I don't want my friends to see me, this and that. And,
Well, we didn't know
at
anything
the
about
time,
feelings. You know.
yeah, at the time, she told me the next day, like, she like something about like I used to like get a hug from her or something when she picked me up. I don't know, and she didn't do it back. And I was like, "How come you didn't give me a hug?" She said, "Well, it's embarrassing. I don't want to do it." So me la quiso pagar.
Oh, she flipped it on you.
Yeah, she flipped it on me. And when I was a kid, I was like, "What the hell?" Um, and uh, and and I think that's probably why I remember because I did it to her, not knowing, but then she did it to me out of spite, you know, or I don't know what it could have been,
To teach you a
but
lesson.
I guess to teach me a lesson. Uh, but so me pegó, and so that's kind of how it was with my mom. My mom's the only one that took us, and then whenever my dad would randomly take us, I'm talking about a lo mejor un día que my mom had an appointment
The
somewhere,
fuck
and my
off.
dad, yeah, my dad, algo pasó, algo pasó, and my dad took us, whatever. No tiene carro, no puedo dejar algo, and he took us, and he would just drop us off. Órale pues, nos vemos. Órale pues, vamos a rato. ¿Sí pasas? ¿Sí entras? ¿Sí sabes? Sí, ok. Órale pues.
Yeah.
All right, que
Oh
te vaya
yeah.
bien. Vamos a rato. Órale. Órale pues. That's it. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
hey, papa, okay. No, it was never like that. It just said, órale pues, vamos a rato. Órale. Ya estuvo. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was a back to school experience with my dad. How
So
about you?
so with me, obviously I'm back to school. The only time I remember that my parents would actually walk with us, and it was actually my mom. Like the first times it was my mom. But that's because we lived like literally like two houses down from the school. You know, um, like say where you live on the corner where the stop sign is at. The school
Mm-hmm.
was right there. You know, so we would walk to school. But she would always when we're I remember there was a point where she used to work from home, and she would take us and pick us up. But it was always the hug and with my mom no faltaba la bendición, right? Always la bendición, la bendición
Simon.
for everything, whether it was at school or it was at the house, right before we stepped out the door. Even if we were rushing, dude, she would, hey, oy, la bendición. No se van a decir la bendición. And we have to go back. We had little stairs up to the house, so go up the stairs and then la bendición and then rush back down to vámonos. And that never stopped. Even when we were going to middle school, high school, and all that. Before she would go to work, because she would go to work like at 5 in the morning. She would go into the room and les voy a dar la bendición antes de que me vaya. Okay.
Yep.
And with my dad, it was the same thing. Antes sí nos daba un beso. Once we started going to high school, uh, same thing. I told my dad, "Hey, Dad, no more kiss, okay? No more kiss, because we didn't have tinted windows in the car, and obviously everybody could see us, and it became a little embarrassing. But to high school, my dad only took me honestly on when 'cause at that time we were living in Ontario, so it was when he stopped working going to LA. porque no se tenía que ir temprano, and he was already working somewhere in Ontario, somewhere around those areas. So he had the time to take us, but it was only when we missed the bus. If we
Okay.
missed the bus, then he would take us, or he would drive us to the bus because the bus stop was kind of far from where we live, so it was a little bit of a walk. And he would drop us off there antes de que se iba a tiempo. Yeah, see, that's what it was for a couple of years. The only thing that I used to, it wasn't so much la bendición or the kiss that would embarrass me. My dad, up to high school, bro, he would force us to tuck in our shirts, bro. I hated it, bro.
So why wouldn't you just
Hated it.
tuck it at home? You know he's gonna
I
tell you
did,
something.
sí, güey, sí. No podíamos salir de la casa si no estábamos fajados. And we couldn't untuck it in the car either. So we literally, honestly, bro, apenas poníamos un pie en el bus and poof, right away. Pinche
Yeah.
camisa would fly off the pants and that's it. And it sucked because I would have to have fucking walk around with the wrinkled ass shirt del ombligo para abajo, you know?
Yeah.
But always, always, always. Yo los quiero fajaditos. So you guys, ustedes no son unos vagos, no son eso, no son lo otro. You know, you're gonna tuck in your shirt. But that was one of the things that oh, I hated it, bro, with a passion. With a passion, I hated it. And but then slowly but surely it went away. Uh, by my sophomore junior year, ya no nos llevaba, and obviously I was already taller than him, and ya casi ya no nos decía nada. Just
From but I
cuídense,
remember something like
make
that.
the right
Yeah.
decisions, stuff like that.
Giving you the advice for
Quiero
the day
mucho.
or whatever. Yeah.
Siempre decía mi papá, los quiero mucho. But that's it. No, no,
I didn't
no,
even get
no
that.
te quiero, no cuídate, nada más los quiero mucho because my brother and I were always together. So, well, we would leave together, but we would never come back together. My
Yeah.
brother was always doing his thing, his girlfriend and whatever, and I'd be with my friends and whatnot. And así fue, nada más siempre los quiero, pero no que los quiero mucho, o te quiero mucho, no, nada más los quiero. That was it. And then obviously once we started having phones at 18, and it's fuck, man. I'll tell you this, bro. My dad did not stop calling me till months before he passed away. If he knew that I was going out or that I had plans to go out or whatever, he would call me at midnight. Hey, ¿todavía andas en la calle? I go, no, dad, ya llegué. Órale, pues. Ok,
Ole pues.
mañana, mañana te hablo. Órale, pues, mañana te hablo. Ya duérmete. Dijo, ya duérmete tú. What are you doing still up? You know? And same thing, if I was out, we came up with this rule, bro. When I started going out, once I had my car and I got my ID and girlfriends and all that shit, we come up with this rule that I had to be home by two in the morning, right?
Okay.
If he would call me at around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and even when I lived there, hey, ¿dónde andas? No, first it was, ¿ya viste qué horas son? Yeah. Y luego, I go, Dad, ya voy, dame un ratito y ahorita
Yeah,
llego.
boy.
¿Andas pedo? No, no, ando bien. Órale, pues. Bueno, con cuidado, ¿eh?
Órale pues.
And if it was 2 o'clock and I wasn't home, me hablaba otra vez. ¿En qué quedamos? Dad, I'm parking right now. Órale, pues, ahí te veo arriba. ¿Eh? But literally, bro, even when I got married, even when I was living with my partner, when I had kids,
You still checked up
literally
on him?
to months before he passed away, bro. And it was one of those things that it didn't bother me, but it kind of did, but it didn't. And I guess when I was younger, I didn't fully understand why, you know. Because my mom wouldn't call me. My mom had. It's not that my dad didn't have trust. So my dad told me, it's not that I don't trust you. It's just I don't
Yeah.
trust everybody else. You know, even your so-called friends. I don't trust your friends. My dad
Yeah.
was not a person that was very trusting with people, bro, at all.
Yeah.
Siempre me decía, ten cuidado con tus amiguitos, in quotations, you know? And what crickets?
I think there's crickets on by my garage.
Orale, I can't hear him.
Ah, vato, you react too fast. Just read it and keep talking.
Well, because I'm like, I'm trying to see on my side, bro. I'm like, shit, I haven't heard crickets here in months. But yeah, that's how it was, bro. When and one of those things. Oh, and then one of the things that I remember right before, bro. The school started. I don't know if you did it right, but because your family is kind of like how ours was, two boys and one
Yeah.
girl, right? Um, and obviously you and your brother are kind of close in age, but not too much. And me and my brother are literally 12, about 13 months apart, right? So when we would go buy clothes for back to school, my parents were always looking for the deals, right? Trying to the best bang for your buck. And I remember back in the day, ya ves que llegaban todo llegaba por correo o por el periódico, ¿verdad? The specials and all that shit. Para los tenis and la ropa de Mervyn's, or like la ropa de Miller's Outpost, which became Anchor Blue and stuff like that, right? And I remember cuando llegaba para comprar tenis, güey. I don't know how it was with you guys when your parents bought you shoes, but when it was for us, and now I don't mind it. I get it. I understand it. But when I was a kid, I used to hate it, bro, because I already knew that me and my brother would have the same shoes. A huevo.
Okay.
A
Well,
huevo.
yes.
But
¿Con
the only
cuántos se
thing that
llevan?
13 months, literally a year.
Oh, yeah. Sí, es casi, casi igualito.
So lo único que cambiaba eran los colores, and my dad would always look for the deals, like the buy one get one, or obviously buy two get two.
Simón.
Y veíamos cuál es cuál, y ok, tienen de estos cinco, escojan dos pares cada uno. Si Cristian agarra el blanco, pues tu hermano va a agarrar el negro, or whatever the color it was. And I used to hate it, bro, because I didn't want my brother to wear the same shit that I did. You know, I don't know why. I never
You
knew
just
why I thought that
stop
way, but
copying me, fool. Stop copying me.
see, way exactly like that. Stop copying me, fool. Why you always get the same shit I get? You know. And then obviously once we got to high school, then a lot of that shit changed because we started working here and there, and we started buying
Yeah.
our own stuff. But all of elementary, a little bit of middle school, we always had the same shit. Always had the same shit. Ahí vienen los hermanos. Ahí vienen los hermanitos. Obviously, the only thing that differentiates is I'm darker. Remember this lighter. And the size. He's shorter than I am.
Yeah. He's smaller than you.
So I don't know. I don't know if it was similar to you, like you and your brother, or. That was always a
Not
big
really,
change
because
or
I I didn't really go to school with Julio, because nos llevamos con 4 años. So, like in high school, I missed him. Like
yeah,
he was in
4 years
eighth
is a
grade when I
lot.
was a senior. In
Okay.
elementary, pues I was in fifth grade, and he was barely in kindergarten, fourth grade.
First.
You know, or kindergarten, first grade. So I just never, I think that was, and that was the only year that I could have, would have. Uh, but even then, like it was just completely different. Nunca lo miraba, güey. Um,
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, it wasn't the same. But to bring you back, because we're starting going to reminiscing here. So think about the way that your dad was with you when you were going to school, and
Hmm.
and the way that you are with your kids. Are you doing the same thing your dad did, or are you doing things differently?
Obviously, it's a little different, because of times. But I did catch myself doing some of the stuff that he did. You know, um, like the days that I was off because we worked in sales, so we would have during the week off. I
Simon.
always took him to school when I was with them. So I always took both of them to school in the mornings. But a veces, so in the school where now my daughter goes to, where Adrian went to as well, the kindergarten, their like play area kind of
Simon.
faces one of the streets. Um, and then, yeah, it has like a tarp over it, but you can kind of see through it. Y pasaba yo, you know, pasaba. But one of the things that I did different is I made it obvious so that Adrian could see me or Iris. Y mi papá no, way. My dad would spy on us. De lejitos, he would spy on us, and then once we got home, he was like, "Hey, ¿por qué les andas pegando a las niñas? Y esto y lo otro, te van a regañar, y esto y lo otro." And I'd be like, "What the fuck?
The
How do you
fuck?
know? ¿Por qué andas correteando a las niñas? Ya vi que te gustó la güerita esa y lo otro." It's like, "What? ¿Qué?" No,
Who told you?
no, tú no sabes. No, no, tú no sabes. ¿Cómo no? Yo te vi. And then one day my mom was like, "Hey, tu papá sabe lo que hacen ustedes, ¿eh? Tu papá los va y los espía y y lo otro, habla con sus maestras y con el principal cuando
Oh
ustedes
shit.
están en el recreo y no les dice nada." So I would drive by, but I would make it obvious. I'd be like, "Hey, Kang, Adrian, Adrian, hi, daddy, hi, daddy." Y ya, nomás un hi or two, y así va a jugar otra vez. But I think I did that more for me, bro, more than anything, because it was one of those things, like I said, when Adrian would go to kindergarten, first grade, where I would like, before that, he was always with me. My days off. I'm like, "All right, buddy, what are we going to do today? Let's go visit grandma. Let's go to the mall. Or let's go do this or let's go do that." And se me fue mi little buddy a escuela y ya no tenía nada que hacer. So I would go visit him. But as far as like other stuff, no, bro. I think at when I was living with them, I was a little bit more involved than my dad was. Like I knew all the teachers. I took them the first day of school. I would walk them all the way to class. I would talk to the teachers. Hey, how's Adrian doing? Blah blah blah. And I know he likes to talk a lot. Blah blah. Oh no, he's good. Or you know what? Yes, he does talk. He's a little disruptive or blah blah blah. This and that. So my dad wouldn't do that. And if he did,
Yeah.
he wouldn't make it known, at least to us. Later on, he would wait for the his perfect time or timing, and hey, tengo que hablar contigo. Tu
Simon.
maestra me dijo esto y lo otro. ¿Qué pasó?
Yes.
And like, fuck, when did you go? Why didn't you say hi? You know, but era todo. Y así, if it was a bad thing, si una regañada, si no, pues cálmate, ¿eh? Yo te bien
Yeah.
con todos, excepto la maestra. So, so that's one of the things that I did do uh, with my kids. Obviously, I wanted to know who their teacher was and all that. Obviously, now it's different because Adrian is in high school, and so it's two different schools, two different teachers, completely different, completely different. Now I have to, uh, how can I say, trust him that he's telling me the truth about his schooling
Yeah.
and all that shit. Even though I could look at it in the background, I have all the apps for school and I can email the teachers and all that because I get those alerts. But still, it's one of those
Yeah.
things where now I have to trust him for him to tell me, hey, what's going on? What's this one that.
Well, yeah.
Versus
That's the changes.
versus I could tell you in high school, not that my parents didn't care, but they were so trusting in us that they didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't know who to talk to. They didn't know who my teachers were or who my counselor was or anything like that. My parents were very trusting in what I would tell them, and that was it. But they didn't know that I used to ditch. They didn't know that I went to parties or whatever. I mean,
So,
they found out later, but
no, pues sí, güey.
many
I mean,
years,
and
many
they
years
always find
later.
out.
Yeah, many years later.
I was gonna say,
But that was the
sorry.
thing, bro. That thing, the different, well, not so much. I won't say everybody because everybody's kid is different. But the difference between my kids and myself, one, we knew how to be in the streets, right? Um, so I think that's why my parents were very trustworthy of us because they knew that even if we missed the bus to go home, we would find a way to get home.
Figure it
You know,
out.
figure it out. Yeah, we would figure it out. And obviously, if we had money, pues, hey, al vacilón,
Yeah.
get on the bus and ride your ass home. Versus, dude, if my son has nobody to pick him up today, fucking world is over. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Tells everybody and anybody to go pick his ass up. I didn't have a chance to pick up and call anybody. We had nobody in Ontario, bro. And then my parents were working in LA. If I would call my dad to pick me up from school early because I got hurt or my stomach was hurting, yeah.
I never went early for shit like that.
You
Está
know,
contadas, güey. Maybe in my hand I can count
Cui-
them.
por eso, cuidado, güey, cuidado. You made me get out of work for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but then
Este,
again, a nosotros nos hablan de la escuela and we fucking run.
no, pues sí, way. Well, I think what it is, that's the difference, right? And that's what I was gonna try to tell you right now is so all the stuff that you're talking about, it was very similar to me. With my mom though. My dad, I didn't get the level of involvement. Not because he didn't want to, because I'm sure si
What?
él quisiera, but it just worked with.
With
Él
us, it was the other way
entraba,
around.
yeah, and él entraba a las 4 y no salía hasta las 3, güey. Like, he was long
Yeah.
ass days. Like, he would leave early and it was rough, bro. I mean, and so we never got that. Igual, it sucked, but I no, as I'm older, I understand the situation. So, and it's not that he didn't want to, it's just he couldn't, right? And so now that I'm a dad, and we were talking about how the schedules and this, and I'm the only person that can take Emilia. Well, I'm not the only person that can take, but yo más fácil puedo hacerlo. I do it,
Right.
right? Yo más
Right.
fácil puedo ir por los niños. I tell Vero, look, it's easier for me to get off of work. It's easier for me to go and do these things. I can go do them. And she's like, yeah, I
Right.
know, I feel bad because I'm like, I know you feel bad. And right now, listen, Right now, let's just take advantage of the fact that I can do it right now.
That you
Right?
can do it. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm
Right.
I'm able to do it right now. Don't call out of work. I'll take care of it. And if I need
Yeah.
you to do it, it's because the plano, like I really have something important that I can't cancel at work, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like when you
entonces
go
hazme el paro.
to the office or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, like I can make it. Um,
Yeah.
and so that's the reason, right? I'm able to do it. But there's another part of me, and probably it's another part of the dads now that not just because we can, we want to,
Hmm.
and we I think part of the things that we're changing, just generationally speaking, is we I feel like we are maybe making more the effort of prioritizing the family a little bit more than work.
We want to be there for them.
Yeah, we want to
We
be there,
want
and
not
yes, we have work,
and
but you
not
know what?
and
I'll
not
make it
that
happen.
right. And I think it's a little bit easier. But you saying that reminds me of I was watching a podcast the other day, and I think it was Concrete. You know who Concrete is, right? The comedian.
Simon.
Um, he was saying, they were asking him kind of, in the same realms of that question is, hey, you wanted to do this when you grew up, and when you were growing up, this and that, hey, were your parents ever involved? Well, sometimes my mom would go, or like, but my dad never. But why couldn't here is it's not and I guess you find this out later once you start talking to your parents and all that. It's not that they didn't want to, is a lot of our parents were also afraid to ask their work for personal time or time off or whatever it is, because they thought that by asking permission they were going to lose their jobs, right?
Simon.
uh
No, es que
and
no,
that's
no,
one
no
of
hay que
those
faltar,
things.
no hay que faltar.
Sí, güey. No, no, but faltaban, güey. I remember uh one time the day of the Northridge earthquake, my dad went to work. I remember the earthquake was at 4 in the morning, and my dad still went to
Mm-hmm.
work at 6 in the morning. And I was a little kid. I'm like, Dad, where are you going? You got to be with us. You got to take care of us. But oh, tengo que ir a trabajar, mijo. I'm sorry. And that's one of the things that as a kid you didn't understand. But now that you have the same responsibilities, you like if I have to do it, I have to do it. But at the same time, if I have to be with my kid because my kid needs me, then I'm gonna do the impossible to be with my kid because I have to be with my kid. You know.
Yeah.
Now, is it the right thing to do? Are we like I was telling you earlier in the month or last month? Are we making our kids soft because we are always there for them, or we are always trying to make their life easier because of that?
I think we want to make sure that they know, we want our kids to know that we are there for them if they need us, but
Right.
at the same time we don't want to solve all their problems for them. And that's just like that's what I think, that's the way that we think, right? I don't want to solve every single problem for you. I don't want things to be difficult, but I want you to learn a little bit yourself. Pero it just depends parent by parent, right? Some parents will let them figure it out a little bit more than some other parents will. Moms and dads are different. A
Yeah.
mí, I see Vidal climbing, lo dejo. I'll watch him. I'll be maybe 2 feet away from him, you know?
Yeah.
Vero's like, get close to him, get close to him. He's gonna fall. I'm like, déjalo, he's fine. No, but he's gonna fall. Hold on, like, give him a second. Let him see let me see what happens.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a natural thing where obviously the mothers are more nurture, and fathers are more like lesson and teach your life and stuff. Um, but part of what we do when we're trying to show up to I think specifically for school, trying to show up to school is like I just want my kids to grow up and say, you know what? Yeah, my dad took me to school, and my mom would took me too. You know, and 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 I don't know what kind of things that'll show later in life. A lo mejor they'll ask why I took them, and I can explain the jobs that I had. Was it they don't let me do
Well,
things, and
it's you can ask yourself that, bro. How does it feel that your dad wasn't as present as your mom? Or in my case, my mom wasn't as present as my dad. You know,
yeah.
um, i- are they memories, good memories, bad memories? Are they traumas for us? Um,
I
you
wouldn't say it
know,
was a trauma for me.
no, no, and it wasn't bad because that was the norm. That was the norm, right? Siempre
There
veías
was
a
a norm.
todas las mamás. A todas las
Simon.
mamás, bro. And then now you see it, bro. That as far as if you're in public schools, right, you see a lot of dads, bro. A lot of dads, un chingo de papás, bro. De papás cholitos, de papás que son profesionales, de papás que trabajan en una warehouse, de papás que son policías, firemen, or whatever it is. You see a couple with the AT&T shirts, a couple with the T-Mobile shirts, a couple of them with the Cintas shirts, and you don't know if they just got out of work and they're just in time to pick them up, or they're on their lunchtime. Hey, I got to pick you up, drop you off at home, and then I got to get back to work. You know, but now it makes me feel as a man. It makes me feel better that we are as men, we are making that effort to
Yeah.
be with our kids when they see us coming out of school. Because when Emmy sees you, what is the first thing she does?
Yay!
Smile, right?
Simon.
O si llegas un poquito tarde, si llegas un poquito tarde
Oh yeah.
y she's like one of the last ones there, and she sees you right away, luego se les abren los ojos. My daddy's here, my daddy's here.
Yeah, she tells the
And
kids that's next to him.
yeah, and that's my daddy. That's my daddy. And they're all looking up at you and shit. It's a good feeling, bro. It's a good feeling when you have the chance, the opportunity to go pick up your kid from school, right? Or when your kid is performing, and all of a sudden they see you like in the videos, right? You see them, the parent, videotaping them, and they finally see you, and it's like that instant glow,
Simon.
and it's awesome when you see it when it's in person because you're like, all right, I am doing the right thing, despite of work stressors, life stressors. Yeah, I'm broke. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna make it this month. This whatever it is, work is slow, whatever it is. That 1 2 minutes, or you walking back to the car and how was your day, baby? What did you do today? This, oh, daddy, I did this. Look at my backpack. I te sacan el papel and this is what I did. Look, that makes it all worth it, bro.
No, I
That
know,
makes it
big
all
time.
worth it. And it's funny, bro, because uh I have actually right here in front of my laptop. I have a few things that my kids made for me from when they were in school, and I'm gonna flip the camera real quick. And this is what I mean that makes it all worth it. That's like a little Father's Day shirt that's already all ripped up. Uh, like a tie that they did. A little frame that my daughter did for Father's Day. You know, and this was back when she was in kinder, bro, and she's a fifth grader now. So
Yeah.
those are the things that I guess at the end of the day, that's why we sacrifice time, we sacrifice money, we sacrifice a lot of things so that we do have that memory, and they also have that memory. Now they look at it like, Dad, you still have this? Of course, man. And I don't ask them why. What do you think? I just let them go on with their whatever it is they're thinking, whatever it is they're imagining, and let them know in their head that I do appreciate what they have done, what they have accomplished, and let them know that I am proud of them. And I guess that's all it is. Us trying to do a little better than our parents, even though maybe our parents do feel the same way or did feel the same way. But we have that opportunity to show it more. You know.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I think being able to do it is just huge, and it's not the same for everybody, right? Like
No.
I can't speak for all the papas out there because I know that situations are different, and
And the
just
mamas too.
situations
There's
are
a lot of
different.
moms that can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations that are different, and I think the expectation, the society expectation, the norm that's expected is for mom to handle that stuff. So I think the fact that we're able to do it, and we see a lot of papas do it too, it's kick ass. That
Hmm.
means it means there's obviously a paradigm shift, and it's happening, and we're part of it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, man, I am exhausted, Chris.
I'm just glad, bro, that now you are in the same boat, and you're gonna see all the cool stuff that I've been able to see and to experience. 'Cause it's cool, bro. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I look forward to it. I really do.
And I have a lot. I still have a lot of other. My kids have a lot of stuff to accomplish as well, but obviously you're just starting. So those first 5 years are good, bro. Make sure you have a lot of memory on your phone. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Get
yeah, we have
yourself
a
an
bunch of
external
cloud
hard drive
space.
and se va a llenar, güey. Trust me.
Shit. Right now, my daughter Rhea se toma fotos. We have a bunch of random ass pictures.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Well, hey, Chris, I think I'm gonna have to cut it short today.
No, we're good.
Part
It's
of it
actually
is
an hour,
because
so we're good. Yeah, we're
I'm like,
perfectly
because
fine.
I gotta do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, no, no,
But
we all do. I got to pick up my kids tomorrow too from school. Remember, it's my day, so
yeah, so I think
yeah, both
uh, I think
both
that
of
was
them
a
will.
good topic. It's good to hear. It's good to hear the experiences that you've had. They're very similar, obviously, to the ones that I've had, and I'm sure that some of our viewers had too. And
Yeah,
at the same time, kind of share some of the things that we've been going through, that we've done, we're gonna do, and hopefully, some of you papas out there that might be going through it right now. Hey, it's rough, it's tiring, it's exhausting, but it's all worth it, right? At the end of the day, we do it for the kids, and we do it for the family, and hey, échenle ganas. Honestly,
yes,
that's all
sir.
I can really say.
Yes,
Cool.
sir. No, yeah, it's a blessing to be a parent. Like you said, don't take it for granted. Be a part of your child's life, or else be a part of your nephew or niece. If you
Yeah,
have any, because it's also good for the kids that the family is involved. You know.
yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, all right, Chris. I think we're at a good spot. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I apologize for the late start and a little bit of the technical difficulties. I know the grillos were a little hot tonight. Ahí están todavía saludando. But I'll go make sure that next month we don't have Jimmy Cricket messing up our call.
Yeah, bro, you need to get your shit straight, bro.
Yeah, I know. I guess, and we
Yeah,
hopefully we can get some guests next month, and have another good talk. But till then, you have a good night. Peace out, Chris.
all right, guys. All right, Fro. Nice one. Nice talk. Again, blessings with everything with the family. Hope the family's doing well. Thank you to all our subscribers and followers, whoever was on here watching. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you, Froy. And we'll see you guys next month, hopefully on a Wednesday this time, and we get the ball rolling again, normal.
Shinkon. All right. Good night, guys.
All right, guys.